Hello, my beauties. Hello, hello, hello. Come in, sit down, sit down. This video, it is imperative that you are sitting, that you are in a comfortable seated position. My name is Miss Carol. I am a former teacher, and now I spend my time living an inspired life to hopefully inspire others to live their most inspired life. And today I want to talk about something that we never think about. Isn't that interesting? Something that is vital to us all, but something that we usually don't give any thought about, and that is our breath. That is our breathing. Did you know that you cannot focus on anything else when you are focused on your breath? That is true. And I'm going to go over some techniques today to illuminate that point. But when you are completely grounded in your breath, it is very challenging to focus on anything else around you. Many years ago, when I was in my 20s, I was a massage therapist. And over the course of my years doing massage therapy, I was able to learn and demonstrate and practice the importance of breath. When you are giving someone a massage, a therapeutic massage, specifically, everybody loved to ask for deep tissue, even people who really didn't need a deep tissue massage. But it's very strenuous. That is very strenuous work. And if you are not aligned with your breath as you are doing these strenuous moves, you are going to pass out. You're going to pass out because your breath is what connects you and keeps you grounded. So that way you can have the energy to move fluidly through these motions, through these movements. We all know about yoga. And yoga is a practice of breath work and of postures. So, why is it important that we focus on our breathing? Why is it important that we take time to focus and attempt to have optimal breathing? Well, number one, obviously we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. And number two, it is a spiritual practice. It is the most practical spiritual of practices. When we think about the importance of meditation, and another interesting thing is it's so phenomenal how much our culture has shifted just in the time that I was a massage therapist. I am in my 40s now. I was a massage therapist in my 20s, and using words like meditation, spirituality, mindfulness, things like that, breath work, people would kind of look at you in a weird way. They would look at you kind of woo-woo. And now the culture has shifted in such a wonderful way that you can have these terms that are just widely accepted as part of the zeitgeist. You're no longer looked at as like a weirdo that's, doing headstands and, communing with nature and all of those wonderful things. So that's just such a wonderful experience I've gotten to witness in my lifetime, and it makes me very proud of us. So optimal breathing oxygenates our cells, it reduces stress, it improves our immune health, it brings mental clarity and focus, and it oxygenates our lungs. It is so important that we oxygenate our lungs and not have carbon dioxide in our lungs. So we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. But when we are not taking those deep breaths, there's carbon dioxide still infiltrated in our lungs. And if carbon dioxide is in our lungs, then that means oxygen is not getting to our lungs. And the more oxygen we bring into our lungs, the more capacity we have to heal ourselves. So, another great point about breathing. Some people approach meditation from a mindset of something that you do And that's incorrect. Meditating is not something that you do. Meditation is a state of being. It is an awareness. And when you are breathing optimally, you are bringing awareness to your breath. You are bringing awareness to yourself. You are bringing awareness to this moment. And that's meditation. Meditating doesn't have to be some big pie in the sky. Okay, I have to light a candle. I have to light incense, and I have to make sure that I'm facing this direction. No, we all have the capacity to bring meditation into our lives, into our daily lives, simply by breathing. Now, there are several different techniques of breathing, but if you are doing conscious breathing, I would highly recommend that you're seated, because the last thing you want to do is hurt yourself. So make sure that you're sitting in a comfortable position. There's nostril breathing. So I'll demonstrate that really quickly. So you hold one nostril down. You breathe in through one nostril. You exhale through the other nostril. You want to try it with me? Let's try it again. Hold one nostril down, breathe in. Let the nostril go, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Simple technique right there. We have the 4-7-8 method. If you're not aware of the 4-7-8 method, that's an inhale for 4 seconds and hold for 7 seconds, then an exhale for 8 seconds. 8 counts. And then there's the lion's breath, which I think is really fun. I am perpetually inspired by my childlike nature, and do not confuse childish and childlike. Okay, they're not the same. Childish is childish, and childlike is emulating what a child might do. And this breath really cements that for me, because it's an inhale through the nose, and then you open your mouth really wide, and then you breathe out of your mouth, and it just is reminiscent of what a child might do. So for me, the most practical, optimal breathing that I do, and again, if you're looking for somewhere to start your spiritual practice, a leaping point, there is no greater starting point than focusing on your breath. Your breath can then lead you to other avenues, whether that's journaling, whether that's yoga, whatever speaks to you. Start with your breath. But what works for me, and what has continually worked for me, is the 4-7-8 method. So I have done that very often over the last 20 years. And sometimes I do forget about it. And every time I bring awareness to my mind and my breathing. And just in that moment, I'm able to ground myself. So what I like to do is I take my left hand, I put it on the center of my chest. I have my fingers open. I take did I say left? This is my right. Tripping. I take my right hand, I put it over my chest like this. I take my left hand and I put it right over my belly, right over my belly button. So I inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Once I do an inhale, exhale cycle with my hands still placed on my body, I usually say some type of affirmations. Our words are so powerful. The words that we speak, the thoughts that we think. There is nothing more intimate than the way that we speak to ourselves. So it can be something as quick as I am capable, I am safe, I am loved. Then start the breath again. I am safe. I am capable. I am loved. If you're in a safe space, feel free to say these words out loud. If you're not in a safe space, if you're in public, say them in your mind. Radiate that from your inner being. I am safe. I am capable. I am loved. And bring your whole presence into those words. You only have things to gain by breathing optimally. There's only benefits. And so again, if you are looking for a spiritual bouncing off place, I would highly recommend incorporating intentional, optimal breathing just once or twice a day, a few times a day, whenever you remember. No pressure. Don't pressure yourself. I have to do it this time. No. Whenever it comes into your consciousness, allow yourself to receive that and go forth. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Happy breathing.